Welcome to the Sports Psychology Podcast with Michael Seeley for July 22nd, stage 19 of the Tour de France, 188 kilometers from the base of the Pyrenees, ending in Cahors, France. The peloton heading north on their way to Paris. 2 more days left in the Tour. Tomorrow is the final time trial, and Sunday is a promenade into Paris, so not much is going to change. We have the top 3 podium essentially in place. Today, we have Jonas Vingegaard in first place, followed by Tadej Pogačar at 3 minutes and 21 seconds. And in third place, we have Geraint Thomas, 8 minutes behind. So the main jobs of these teams, Jumbo-Visma, Pogačar's team Emirates, and Geraint Thomas's team Ineos, their job is to protect their leaders. That is their only job, is to protect these positions. First place, second place, third place. They need to protect them all the way into Paris. And this is a tough job because you have the riders are tired, they're distracted, they may not be paying attention as much. Could be some danger for crashes, there could be flat tires, there could be anything going on in the next couple of days. So you're going to see some more conservative riding from these teams, from Jumbo-Visma, from Emirates, and from Ineos. Let's get into the action of today's race. There were some breakaways that went, but nothing with really enough strength in it to stay away for too long. So you saw the peloton mainly stay together today. Now, a little bit of drama. Pogačar flats. He gets a flat tire and he has to chase with a crosswind. And this is a little bit of an alarm for Pogačar and his Emirates team. Because remember, he only has 3 teammates. So his 3 teammates drop back and they all time trial together, essentially team time trial to get back to the back of the peloton. So that crisis is over. But what does Pogačar do? Well, he's Pogačar, so he attacks. He attacks with about 30 kilometers to go on the flat. And doesn't make any sense, but again, this is his style. I've said this before, but Pogačar needs to change this impulsive attacking style. It's no longer going to serve him. He got away with it the last couple of years. He was really dominating, but now you have Jonas Vingegaard, really the strongest rider, and there's going to be some other stronger riders coming up. So Pogačar needs to shift his style if he's going to win the Tour de France again. That's what I would say, that he needs to work on this and conserve his energy and be a little more crafty. So let's flash forward in the race. Again, no breakaways really staying away until there's a 3-man breakaway with about 20 kilometers to go. They get up to about 25 seconds, just dangling off the front at about 20 seconds. Nothing really more than that. So with about 4 kilometers to go in the race, it looks like this 3-man breakaway is going to get caught because Jumbo-Visma goes to the front and sets a pretty high pace. Now, why are they doing this? They're doing this because they want to get Jonas Vingegaard inside what's called the 3-kilometer safety zone. Inside 3 kilometers, anyone who has a mishap, say a flat tire or a crash, gets the same time as the main group. Now, this makes sense because you don't want the leaders getting knocked over, and it's kind of unfortunate that you almost finish the race and then you're knocked out of the race. So this is one of the rules of the Tour de France. It's called the 3-kilometer rule, and Jumbo-Visma accomplishes this. They get their leader inside the 3-kilometer zone. And in doing so, they almost catch the breakaway. There's 3-man breakaway out there just dangling about maybe 10 seconds ahead of the pack, maybe 5 seconds. And if this were earlier in the Tour de France, this breakaway would have been caught earlier and quicker. But everyone's tired. This breakaway is out there dangling. No one is really willing to make an effort to chase it down. And so what happens is a rider from the Jumbo-Visma team, Christophe Laporte, who happens to be French, takes advantage of the situation and bridges from the pack up to the breakaway, then through the breakaway, solos in alone by a couple of seconds over a fast peloton behind him. And this gives France its first win of this year's Tour. So good for them. That was a long time coming. So Christophe Laporte wins today for Jumbo-Visma. Great effort on his part. As I said, the top 3 is pretty much set for the rest of the Tour. Jonas Vingegaard is going to win, followed by Pogačar, followed by Geraint Thomas, save for any type of misfortune or bad luck or anything like that. So it's most likely that is going to be the podium in Paris. Tomorrow is the individual time trial. We might see some minor shifts, changes in the time trial. But most likely, that's going to be the top three right there. You have a promenade into Paris, traditionally a détente where the riders do not challenge each other. But it'll be interesting on Sunday to see if Pogačar tries an attack. You never know. Tune in again tomorrow for the individual time trial and see if anything happens. It's about 25 miles. Probably not, but there could be some surprises. You never know.